1, 2, 3, 4, hit it! Happy Mother's Day to us. Happy Mother's Day to us. Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to us.
Hey guys, it's What's New and Good with T&D. We have had a really great breakfast today to give us the energy for band practice.
That's right, and you can tell we need a lot more practice with our band. I think we're going to stick to our day jobs. Don't you agree, Dee?
Oh my gosh, but the harmonica, if I could play this like Tom Petty, I would be onto something. Or maybe Bad Influence, that really great band that's around Lancaster. Maybe I could get Bob that plays on the harmonica with the keyboard
to give
play? Me some tips or to let me
I was going to say,
let me play.
I was so afraid she was going to say play. That's why I was like, play. No.
Oh, gosh.
It takes talent to do things like play music and all of that jazz. Yeah. But Mother's Day is this week, and we are so very excited because Mother's Day is just such a great day to honor anybody who has been a mother influence, your stepmom, your mom.
Or even a big sister, big cousin.
Yeah. If you've had any kind of, you're a role model in kind of any motherly way. It's the time for you to recognize that special woman in your life.
And to celebrate, of course.
Absolutely, because that's all we do is we just love to celebrate. But Dee, I know we always talk about what's new and good, and recently, because my oldest and I know your oldest, they are, well, mine's about to turn 18, going into adulthood. And my goodness, as a mom, that is one of the things in my life that, okay, so I'll be honest, when I was Easter shopping for his Easter basket this year, I was literally walking through the toy aisle. Why did I do this to myself? I'm not sure. Thinking of all of the Legos and the different toys that I had purchased for him.
Accumulated over the years.
And I really wanted to just get one to throw into the cart just to say, this is your
the last toy.
Last Easter.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff before he's 18. But it is what it is. And I think as moms and as parents, as we feel confident enough to just let our kids go on their way and let them spread their wings and fly. What do you think?
Yeah, there's a lot that's happened, I think, in this past year for us. And to see my oldest getting ready to graduate, I mean, and to know that he's going to be successful and really good at what he does. And he's definitely on the right track. And I think being a mom, and he's the oldest of 4, it makes me feel, it's almost bittersweet, you know, it's sad, but I'm really excited for his future and, you know, excited to see what he's going to do.
And that's all we can do is to be excited for them.
And celebrate. I mean, we're going to celebrate Mother's Day, and then there's going to be a graduation party, so there's always lots of reasons that we will find to celebrate.
And we are going to have a fun guest coming up. Well, a few different guests. But
we have a few guests today.
The first one doesn't really like to say much, does he?
He's kind of a quiet guy, laid back. I think of him kind of as a hero, really.
Absolutely, because
he's a hero.
He does. He helps folks to save lives.
He does.
Yeah.
Every day.
That's right. We're going to come back and we're going to meet Manny, and you'll find out exactly how talkative or non-talkative
he may or may not be.
He may or may not be.
Yeah.
You're watching What's New and Good with T.
Andy.
At Dagger Law, we have more than 110 years of combined expertise in nearly every part of law.
What I think sets us apart from any other law firm is our ability to work together.
With us, you're getting a trusted partner, in addition to a team who can help you with a growing business, changing family, planning your future, or dealing with land issues.
It's a challenge every day, and you meet an awful lot of nice people.
Your case matters. We'll take the time and the energy to ensure that you have a quality experience, quality representation.
Whatever you need, we have a lawyer who can help. Dagger Law. Local, trusted, experienced.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
Hey guys, we are back. It's What's New and Good with T and D and Manny.
He is our special guest, one of them for the
Watch where
day.
your
I know,
hands are.
right? Yeah,
There
I
you
gotta
go.
be careful. Manny doesn't say a whole lot. Apparently, he doesn't get out very often. I know I've got my hand on his leg. This is really
I
nice.
think he's in
right now.
awe right now.
Yeah. Manny does help to save lives in a very special way at a wonderful, wonderful business in Lancaster. And Dee, what is it exactly that you think Manny might do and how he saves lives?
I think he kind of helps with the preparation and the training for the services that go into the business that he is employed at.
Right, yeah. I think that sometimes he startles people if you walk into a room and he's laying in bed.
And which that's how we did meet him one day. We walked into a room and he was in bed, was kind of awkward, little scary.
You're like, whoa, there's a man, Manny, laying there. And we just thought that he would be such a treat.
We wanted to honor him today.
Yeah, because Manny does. He helps to save lives by helping those who need to learn some training on how to help others. What business is it that we're going to talk with today, Dee? I'm sure people are kind of wondering.
We have home helpers here today, and they will be sharing the services that they have to offer, and maybe they'll fill us in a little bit more about the good stuff that this guy has.
Handsome young man. He knows the secret to keeping young, I think.
I think he does. I mean, his skin is so soft and so smooth.
And he doesn't say
And no one
much.
can see on camera, but he's actually playing footsie with me right now.
Yeah, right. And I'm like tapping his legs. So yeah, right. No, it is just so many great things going on in our community. And one of those that Home Helpers is going to be involved with as well is the Longest Day event that's coming up. It is Alzheimer's Association, and that's going to be taking place in June. We're going to find out a little bit about that, but so much more of the services that Home Helpers has to help those who are in need of the different services they have. We'll be back. You're watching What's New and Good with T.
Andy.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the high school football game of the week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we've got a great one for you. The Bloom Carroll Bulldogs.
We had a great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, we had a great week of practice.
Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up fourth down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game. And thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you.
The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions. First time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And be very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
Hey guys, we are back. It is What's New and Good with T and D. We have some more guests from Home Helpers. Jody and Carl are here today to share a little bit about what they offer, and we're going to celebrate today a little bit, as we mentioned earlier. And I know we don't have Manny, but I think hearing a little bit more about what Manny actually does for them is going to help inspire you guys.
Yes, Home Helpers is such a great business in Lancaster. And Jody, Carl, so welcome to the show today. We are excited to have you. Will you share with our viewers today a little bit of the history of Home Helpers?
Okay. Yeah. Do you want me to go or?
I can,
Okay.
Sure. So Home Helpers was started in March of 2009 by John and Cindy Moorhead. John's mother was in failing health, and they started the company in her honor because he literally did not know where to go for help or what to do for it. And he recognized, being the smart businessman that he is, that if he had that need, there were probably several others that did. So they began their business, and they partnered with the national franchise of Home Helpers, located in Cincinnati. And from that point, they started in their home, in their office. They were both owners, caregivers, schedulers, the whole bit. And from that, moving forward there, they grew their company. In September of 2010, Jody went to work for them as an employee, as a caregiver herself. And then, so that was really cool. That's where we got our starts with compassionate caregivers or home helpers. And as things progressed, Jody she took marketing on for the company, and the business grew. John and Cindy chose to pursue retirement a couple of years ago to chase after grandkids and travel. And
that's when we took over.
That's when we took over. We were given the opportunity to do so.
And this was the opportunity for you, Jody, to begin a new venture for yourself. And little probably did you know, when you first started with Home Helpers, you would be one of the owners one day.
Yeah, I never imagined that's how it would be, but I loved it, and I lived it and breathed it every day. So it made total sense to take over, and the transition I already kind of knew, and he kind of lived through it with me too, you know, because husband and wife, you share all those frustrations and the good things and all that too. So that's how that all happened.
Which makes work a little bit more fun.
Yeah,
you know, get to work together. I know there can go,
go
both ways. We've had businesses together, my husband and I.
And Manny?
Yeah.
Hears you often too sometimes, right, Jody?
Oh yeah. And Manny's funny. Carl
that's what I think keeps the fun going.
Carl will position Manny sometimes. You walk into that room and Manny's like laying on his side or waving at you or something crazy like that. So yeah, there's always some fun stuff going around on the office with us.
So the backstory with Manny is that when Tia and I had gone into Home Helpers, we walked into a room. Carl had opened the door for us so kindly.
Yes, thanks, Carl.
He likes to do that.
And as soon as we walk in, it's a training room. So there's table and there's chairs, and then off to the right, there's a bed and then a mannequin laying in the bed. He's covered up, laying there. And T and I just stop, and he just chuckles and starts laughing, and oh my gosh.
He loves to do that to people. He does. He does it to people all the time. So he's a jokester.
There's a fine line between being the boss and being the class clown, and I'm often on the wrong side of that line. So.
But it's great that you guys have fun in there, and for what you do, it's such a special thing. But I know it was really special for us when we came in there because it was kind of nice having a little bit of an icebreaker. But could you tell the folks a little bit about what Manny does?
Okay, so Manny is our training mannequin, and we have an LPN. Her name's Hannah. She comes in every week and trains any new caregiver that's going to go out on the field. They never go into a home without training, even if they have prior experience. There are things we want done a certain way. So Manny's a part of that, and he gets to get a bed bath, he gets his Hoyer lift, he gets transferred, and all those fun things. And Hannah goes through that with every single caregiver that ever steps out of our office. So,
what are the services that Home Helpers offers the community?
We're many things. So it can be, personal care, bathing, dressing, changing someone who's 100% bedbound. We have other people who just need a break. They're caregivers themselves. Right. We're in there 100% for companionship, and we're just, just playing a game with them. Some people go get their nails done or go to the movies with our caregivers just so their caregivers can have a break. So it's not just one thing, it's many things that we can do.
Yeah. So. And it varies the level of service we provide. Sometimes it's just a trip to a doctor's office or even simply going grocery shopping for our clients. Sometimes, like Jody said, it's 24/7 care around the clock in cooperation with other agencies and with the family that's there. So what we can do is very big or very small, but the important thing is we go in there and we try to be family.
Yeah.
When family can't be there, and that's kind of their
or when they need a break.
Or when they need a break, respite care is very important so that those caregivers that are there in the home all the time can have a chance to refresh and re-energize and get away for a moment and catch their breath.
Yeah, that's awesome because I think that when you're in that position, I haven't personally been in that position, but I've watched my parents go through this type of, I don't even know what the word is, the whole change of atmosphere, and your lifestyle changes because you're accommodating for another person and you're giving so much of yourself, and that's a lot of mental energy and wearing on your physical health.
Yeah.
I knew an older gentleman who, as he was watching his wife go through dementia, Alzheimer's, that his family had to go to him and say, hey, this is affecting your health.
Yeah.
And so that's when he realized that he needed to maybe look on the outside and bring in some help, because he was a very, very healthy man, exercised regularly, but it didn't matter. That that addition to all of the different things that are added in the stress, and also the emotions that you have for your loved one, watching them decline in health, also is really, really hard on a person. So absolutely giving them that break in that time.
Yeah, and just letting them be family, you know?
Yeah. True. What are some of the different things that you do in the community, Jody and Carl, that helps with what Home Helpers does as far as an outreach?
As far as an outreach goes, well, all along since Jody's been involved with the company prior to owners, she's been involved with many local chambers, including Lancaster's, but we serve 5 different counties, and we try to plug in on various networking opportunities, especially with the older adult networking, and also, like I said, through chamber work. Jody was on the she was on the board of the initial Star Foundation through FMC. We plug in that way, and then the big fundraiser that we've been involved with each year is the Longest Day. And this will be our 4th year for it. So
we're really excited about that. We've done that all along, and I wasn't in charge of it to begin with, but I took that on a couple years ago. So we've been doing that and helping just raise awareness and funds and for Alzheimer's and dementia, because there's so many people who are affected by it. So that's our biggest fundraiser, I guess you would say, that we participate in.
So the Longest Day, it takes place when?
It is June 21st. We're going to have it downtown. This will be the 2nd year that it's downtown. And it's in Zane Square, and it's going to be from 11 to 3. And we've got all kinds of great things happening, and I meant to bring a flyer, but I can just tell you all about it, and you can check out our Facebook. But there will be crafts, there will be food, there will be vendors there selling jewelry and things like that, and then all of the proceeds that come through this day will go to the Alzheimer's Association for families here in Fairfield County. So
awesome.
Yeah.
One of the cool things about it is it's really a community effort. It isn't just
not
Jody running
just
the
us.
effort. There are agencies, the hospices, other senior adult services, a whole bunch of us that are together to raise awareness and provide opportunity for those that want to seek resources. Those that want to give will gladly accept donations, but the idea, the main drive is to inform and make people aware of not only what Alzheimer's and dementia care looks like, but also to make them aware of the resources that are available in the local community.
Just to help them
out.
And T and I, we really love that. I mean, that's what we love to do with our business and personally is, finding things that really need community, building community, and having all of these different people work together for one really good cause. I love that. And I love how much love you guys pour into what you do, because you can see it. I know I can feel it.
Absolutely.
And it takes really special people, I think, to do what you guys are doing. So I want to thank you for that too.
Thank you.
Because to have people like you guys in our community is, I think, a really important thing.
Very valuable.
Thank you.
So it's the Longest Day.
Yes.
Literally, the Longest Day is the day this event
because
is on.
Summer solstice, yes. 21st is summer solstice. And it's to represent the longest day, because every day as a caregiver of a loved one who has dementia or Alzheimer's is the longest day, because some days they're just so terribly long for that person that's caring for that loved one. So
anybody that wants to be involved with the event and maybe participate in the way of helping out, whom would they contact?
They can contact us, and that is they can call me, or they can email or website or anything like that. Do you want me to give that information now?
Sure can, yeah.
Okay, so they can call the office at 740-689-9410, and we'd be glad to get you plugged in and help out. If you aren't going to help that day, just come down and celebrate with us. It's going to be fun. We'll have dance, music, all kinds of stuff. Kiddos up on the stage. We have a magician. We have just all kinds of fun stuff all day long. So just celebrate with us too.
And you said celebrate. What's that mean, Dee? Because they have what going on this year?
Yes. So you guys are coming up on what year anniversary?
We are celebrating our 10th year in business.
Yeah.
10 years serving Lancaster and the surrounding area.
Yeah. We're so excited about it. It is huge. So
making lives, what is it?
Making lives easier.
Easier.
Yeah.
They've been making lives easier now in our community for 10 years. And when we celebrate, what do Dee and I do?
We're going to give you guys some of these.
Okay, do we know now? One time we tried it with a bigger kind of thing, but we didn't know for sure.
It was
But
an
we know we
explosion
think.
before.
We think we know now. And every time we celebrate, we do have that kind of an explosion. And we are so excited for Carl and Jody Anspaugh.
Yes.
You know I got to move my arms, so I always got to be doing something with something in my hands. Woo-woo. Yes. But anyways, congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have certain hours that you are in that folks or anybody that for them to call, or do they leave a message if you're not there?
Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, but we do have access the same number. We'll ring to a live person 24/7.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
Anytime you need help.
anytime
That is
anyone
great
needs
because you
help,
can't
so.
really find that much
No.
anywhere. It's
Yeah.
normally automated. So
No,
real
no,
people
real
on the
people.
other end when you guys give them a call.
Yeah.
Amen. I love real people. Even Manny is
Even
real
Manny.
to
What
us.
about Manny?
He's real to us. In our hearts. He's saving lives, right, Dee?
Yeah.
Celebration. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Ready?
And then we're gonna
One.
pop these.
1, 2. Oh, am I going
Maybe,
up?
oh,
How do you do it? Oh, there it goes.
mine was a little.
I'm like, what?
Don't put your face in.
Oh, there's nothing left. Anyways, thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
guys.
Thank
We're
you.
going to be back. You're watching. There we go. What's doing good with tea?
Eddie.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
At Dagger Law, we have more than 110 years of combined expertise in nearly every part of law.
What I think sets us apart from any other law firm is our ability to work together.
With us, you're getting a trusted partner, in addition to a team who can help you with a growing business, changing family, planning your future, or dealing with land issues.
It's a challenge every day, and you meet an awful lot of nice people.
Your case matters. We'll take the time and the energy to ensure that you have a quality experience, quality representation.
Whatever you need, we have a lawyer who can help. Dagger Law. Local, trusted, experienced.
Hey guys, we're back. It's What's New and Good with T&D and Manny.
We love Manny.
We have had so much fun today on our show with home helpers, Jody and Carl and Manny today.
Manny's the quietest man I've ever met in my life.
But you know what? I don't know if there's anything really wrong with being quiet. I mean, he
Oh, no,
listens. He's an
yeah.
active listener.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we all need to have someone that's actively listening. Yeah.
That's right. Actively listening is very, very important. And speaking of actively listening, listen to your loved ones, and you will find out if, and especially those who are elderly, where they happen to maybe have some changes taking place in their life. For instance, because the home helpers, they are very involved in the community and helping out, reach out to folks who do have loved ones who may be going through different things. And the Longest Day event on June 21st, that is one that they're very involved in. And where I'm going with it is that we sometimes become so overwhelmed in our own lives, we're not paying attention to maybe our elderly parent or watching the different signs. Do you know it was
Because
one
I think
time?
of habit.
Oh,
habit
yeah.
is a really good, we get caught up in our lives and the motions and just going through things that maybe things go unnoticed.
Yes, you and I, we are about to have our own children who are graduating. We are so involved in that and watching them become adults. We talked about it. Mother's Day is just right around the corner. And watching our kids and being involved with whatever they're going through, we are so involved in that. We may not be paying attention to our elderly parent or grandparent for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so at this time of year, in Mother's Day, you go visit grandma, look for different things that may be changing. There are also a lot of family members who they don't want to see that change happening. And why is
Denial.
that?
Yeah, I think denial
Yes.
is a big thing too.
Mhm.
And I know there's elderly people that I've known in my life, and I've picked up and I've noticed things, and it's not necessarily my responsibility,
Mhm.
to figure out the next step for them. but I think I've become more aware
Yes.
of being forgetful, certain times of the day, the same story. And I know it's different for everyone. And I know we went through some dementia with my husband's grandfather years back, and he was the orneriest, most fun guy ever. And I called him my grandpa because I said, he's mine, not yours. But he had a thing with watches.
Yeah.
And, that was one of he always forgot his watch. He always wanted to know where his watch was, and he always forgot his watch. But it became a repetitive thing for him. And that was, for me, that's when I had thought, okay, wow, there's really something going on. And that it had been going on, but it didn't really settle with me, I guess.
Right.
It wasn't the denial. Maybe it was, but.
Yeah. I had a grandmother who was very dear to me that I lost way back when I was 20 years old. And so when Grandma-in-law, Grandma Hazer, came into my life, that's what just kind of like with your grandfather-in-law. It was the same thing with me. I was like, no, she's my grandma. She's my grandma too now. So that's just what I had always called her. And it was one time, she lived about an hour away from the in-laws, and we were leaving the house, and we looked in, and here was a piece of bread in the toaster oven still. And I was like, because I always was very careful with the way I worded things, and I wasn't accusatory or anything. I was just like, well, Grandma, there's a piece of toast in the toaster oven. And she just blew it off. Oh, I probably put it in there and walked away and got busy. For her to say that was nothing for us to think anything different of grandmother, because that's what she did. She was kind of like, I do that. I don't leave it there for maybe a day or two, though. I do that for 5 minutes, and I go, oh, my goodness, I forgot the toast is in the toaster oven. But no, she probably had that in there for a long, long time until I said something. Did she realize? But she's not going to admit it and just come out with that. It's those little things like that.
They add up. They start adding up.
Yes, yes. And horrible, horrible thing. Grandma ended up.
Manny agrees also, I think. He's.
I saw his head shaking out.
He's listening. He's actively listening.
We love this guy. But we just realized that after somebody started looking at her checking account, she was giving him money. She ended up out $20,000 because the same person was coming in scamming her. And it did have all to do with dementia.
And that's another good point, I think, to keep an eye on the elderly, because those are some of the people that do get scammed. Because and it's not really a positive thing to say, but I think it's something that people should watch for when you do know someone that's in their later 70s, especially if they live alone. They can be taken advantage of very easily.
I ended up in one situation where Grandma was going through some things, and she was very independent, well into her 70s, and she ended up at my house, and she ended up it was more serious dementia than what we thought. And I actually looked at Seth at the time, and I said, things aren't right here. I'm bathing her. I'm getting her food for her. I'm doing all of these things. Don't get me wrong. That was I called that a time in my life where I bonded with grandmother like I never would have been able to bond with her again. But it can easily take over your life. I did not have, I don't believe, 1 hour with my they were younger at the time, kids, that week. And I was I was in my 30s, so, energetic and go, 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 go. I can't imagine, Darian, what it's like to have that in your life every single day, and that's what the Longest Day Event is all about.
And that's exactly why you guys should check out Home Helpers and, let them provide the care that you really should allow them, to help you. Let the burden of all of the things and all of the responsibilities be, taken off of your shoulders.
Yeah, because that's what it could become. So many people may say, I don't want that. It's not a burden for me to do, but to be aware and just let somebody else help you. We're two strong moms who want to do and go, 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 and it's hard for us to ask for help at times.
And make sure you go to their event for the Longest Day,
June
21st. And there's going to be tons of resources there, tons of community. Maybe you'll run into an old friend and they may be experiencing something that you're going through. And, why not talk to someone else that you guys could share stories and maybe help each other out?
we can't promise that Manny's going to be there that day because we probably worn him out.
Can't shake his head no, but he
Do
does
I?
say yes.
He'll say
I like
yes.
a man that says yes a lot.
I'm going to be resting, scaring folks back in the training room at Home Helpers.
And Manny, we want to thank you. Do you have anything that you'd like to say?
Thank you, Dee. Thank you very much.
You know, that might be the most that he says the entire day. But you know what? We really appreciate, again, Home Helpers being here and bringing lovely Manny.
It's been a treat, Manny.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. And, of course, if you can see Manny, he's, he was playing footsie with me earlier. Now he does have his hand
Celebrating
on my lap. So
Hey, you
all of
all.
that active listening got him somewhere today.
He's got things in his clothing here. But we do want to thank you for watching and to make sure that you check out our Facebook page, What's New and Good with T&D. We've got a fun event coming up. D.
The singles event, Manny. Singles event is coming up. It is May 18th, and we took the age limit off. It was 38. Now, 21 and up, all are welcome. And you're not going to be stacked on table on table on table. It's going to be more of a group setting. We're going to do a lot of fun games, some giveaways. You never know what T and I will show up wearing, let alone the music or the decor, but I can guarantee you guys are going to have some laughs. Even if you just have conversation, enjoy some active listening with someone.
Yeah, one-on-one combo. Wow.
Right,
Can
you
believe
can't
it?
get that
Imagine
online. I mean, it's dead silence online, so.
Like Manny. Right. If you get a message from Manny, I'm not quite sure you'll get much feedback in person.
Maybe he'll take you out to dinner because he is kind of hollow in here.
We want to again thank you so much for watching. Happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there. We hope you have a great one. You've been watching What's New and Good with T.
Andy.
See ya.